smoking bacon.
What? Cats and flies.
Oh my god, did I just create a new trigger word for Kiwi? Oh shit.
No.
That's a daily occurrence, though.
So the word that I just said means cat meat in German.
You?
Actually, that's like a great intro to this part of the series because we're watching Neko Kuro. Last week we finished Nisei, and now we're moving on to Neko Kuro. Kiwi is currently dying, but we can safely ignore that.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah?
Is this the one where you said that there is a German opening?
No. I won't say which one that is from, but we'll get to it when we get to it. However, since you're mentioning the opening for this part is magnificent. I love it so much. As an editor, the transitions are so fucking clean. But yeah.
I probably won't like it because it's Hanekawa.
And now comes Kiwi's bias against Hanekawa. You know, guys.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see if I like it after Kuro and Xero.
Yeah, don't hate on Kiwi because maybe. Actually, no. This is a great experiment. We're gonna see how much Neko Kuro and Neko Shiro can change a person's viewpoint on Hanekawa, especially somebody who is completely biased against Hanekawa because she embodies everything that Kiwi dislikes about, you know, in general.
Any anime female that's like Hanekawa is instantly worst girl status for me.
Oh. What about you, Cerby? What are your thoughts?
I have no thoughts. My head is empty. I'm still thinking about Robapi.
She's thinking about swimming in the new aquarium that you made for her.
I love how Kiwi's just creating new lore to our non-existent lore that we don't follow at all.
I already gave the answer. I'm just sitting here thinking about Robapi.
Jesus. You know, you guys are such great reactors. I love you guys. That's why I'm subscribed to the Legit Weebs channel, and I have already clicked like on this video. Hint, hint.
And then clinked off of the video, like every viewer.
Oh no. Alright, well, before we start ranting too much in this intro, let's just get into the episode. You guys know what to do. Open up your own copy, sync it up with the timer that will appear within Kiwi's hands at the end of my countdown. Let's enjoy some animal.
You said that faster than I do.
Yeah, I'm a speed demon. That's what they call me. I'm the quickest in the bed.
I was about to make a sex joke.
Don't worry, I made one for you. Alright, I'm gonna start the episode. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bunch of text. Did you just say best girl?
No.
Kiwi slipped up. Hey, Cerby. What do you think you would do with those balls that are in the background there?
I don't see them. I don't know what you're talking about.
I see.
Oh, guitar.
Yeah, I love this OP so much.
Wait, this is after or before the Monogatari series, season 1?
They were talking about Golden Week was about to start, and we learned that Golden Week happened before Bake.
Oh, so we are very, very like before.
So yes, this is before Bake, but after Kizu.
Okay. Oh, so
Like the
Gohara
transitions
doesn't
are just
exist in this one.
yeah, we haven't
Sad.
met her yet.
I'm actually depressed about that.
But you're not interested to learn more about why you hate Hanekawa so much?
Look, there will be no Nadeko. Tsukihi is a bird, which I mean, I still like her, but she is a bird. There is no Senju Gohara, and we still haven't met Hachikuji. What is good about this? Please explain it to me.
This is a time where Oshino is still around.
Oh, okay, there is something good about it. Secret Araragi and Oshino's secret love affair.
Ooh. I'm pretty sure that was like some sort of wordplay in Japanese.
Yeah, that was a fun, I believe.
Oh no. What would you do if Batman suddenly started talking, Cerby?
Depends on how he's talking.
What if Batman just suddenly wakes you up by rapping?
Then I think I'm about to become rich.
That's an interesting question, actually. Traditionally yours. I wonder who he's talking about.
I think you were just not thinking about Eight-san, you were actually thinking about Eight-san's assets.
Well, for you, like, when do you figure out that you actually like somebody?
And you feel like running away every time they're near you.
Isn't that basically every guy that you meet outside because you're socially anxious about it?
Yeah, but I want to run away but still want to be there with next to them, you know?
Kiwi's literally an anime character, guys. Whenever a guy calls out to her, she just runs away, screaming.
I didn't scream, I just run away.
She's internally screaming.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. What about you, Cerby? When do you realize that you like somebody? Or have you liked somebody before?
I don't know.
Great answer.
I've had like small crushes in the past, but I mean, I've never actually like really dated someone.
I never dated anyone either.
By the way, guys, the legit Weebs is sort of like a sarcastic name, but we're also just sad introvert virgins, so it's also kind of true.
we just end up beasts and don't have beards. Tsukihi, didn't you come wake him up because he was oversleeping?
Wow. This smile from Suki is so creepy. You should ask Batman that sometime.
Wait, is it really as natural as dog barking?
Batman barks pretty easily.
For the horny high school boys that I was with, yeah, it was pretty normal.
What did I say? What the fuck did I say?
Touch.
Oh my god, I saw a clip of this online. I didn't think she was his sister though.
Oh my god, did you guys see that?
Yes, exactly.
It's an ATM machine.
I see why so many guys love the Monogatari series.
Yeah, Monogatari.
You know, I
Hello,
said that weird.
Monogatari.
I don't know why I said it like that. I'm gonna call it that from now on. Monogatari.
Man, you probably review the Monogatari series on YouTube. I've seen far too many people who review it on YouTube that just mispronounce Monogatari for whatever reason.
How do you mispronounce Monogatari?
Monogatari.
Monogatari.
That just sounds Australian.
But yeah,
Wait,
maybe it could be their accent. Who knows?
Oh wait, I could also hear a British guy mispronouncing Monogatari.
I'm not calling out any names. It's just that was something that Kane pointed out when we watched a bunch of Monogatari reviews. A 007 phenomenon. Oh.
It cracked me up how many people can't say apocrypha either. Like that word tripped up everyone.
Seriously,
and
apocrypha?
It's not a hard word. Yeah.
I know, right? It's not even like a Japanese word or anything.
Wait, how can you have sexual frustration when you didn't have sex?
Well, what?
Sexual doesn't imply sex.
Yeah.
I see.
Actually, you would have more sexual frustration if you didn't have sex.
Oh, I see. For me,
Like
it made
how
sense
the
that if you
majority of
didn't for me, it made kind of sense if you didn't experience it. How can you be frustrated about it?
You're frustrated that you haven't experienced it.
yeah, that's the entire point. Look,
Oh,
that's
okay.
that's
Now
what
I
the balls
see
are
where.
for.
Yeah, now I see when the bicycles are.
Look, equal trade. You get rid of my sexual frustration, I get to touch your boobs.
I thought you were talking about Araragi's feet being the first ones to show up in a while. Usually it's the girl's feet.
I don't think she gives good advice.
Why
No,
is he
Tsukihi
talking
gives the
about?
greatest advice.
Why is he talking about sexual frustrations in porn magazines with his little sister?
Who else is he supposed to talk about it with?
Oh
He
wait,
doesn't
yeah,
have
I
any
forgot that
friends.
he. Yeah, I forgot that he doesn't have any friends.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Disgusting.
There's so much that it's flooding the house. Hmm. Perfect. Faucet head.
Does she have a six pack?
I'm pretty sure she has very, very firm six pack.
Oh, a fateful meeting. Why is he kind for flipping your skirt?
I actually really love this little interaction. They don't explain it, but if you closely examine it, then you'll understand it.
Oh, you mean he cheered her up by flipping her skirt?
Maybe we can go back and rewatch that scene and you can come to a different conclusion. But yeah.
You're talking to someone who doesn't really like Hanekawa.
It's not about liking or disliking. It's just about how people interact with each other. And like they created that scene without like explaining what they were doing and why.
Mr. Therapist, you heard how hard it is for me to interact with other people. How dare you?
Alright, fine. Well, we'll go back and look at that scene and explain it. Imagine living in a family like this. Hmm.
That's right. She knows that Araragi is a vampire.
Yeah, she does.
Nope. Mm.
Yeah.
Get angry. Please, just get angry at her. Oh, I'm not saying this is someone who dislikes Hanekawa. I'm just saying this is someone who hates when people do this kind of thing.
Yeah, like they justify their own abuse.
My god, Araragi. Uh, ah. This is going to trigger me.
Hopefully it ends soon. Yeah, it's good. It's all good. Yeah, Araragi broke script.
We would never break script.
I'm kind of glad that Araragi didn't go the usual way.
Loopholes. Oh.
I say it like this place is crowded and noisy.
Yes, there's so many people walking around right now. This shot.
This episode is seriously trying to trigger my tics.
This episode's too horny.
I'm pretty sure any episode with Hanekawa is too horny.
Probably why I don't like Hanekawa.
No, Araragi, that's fucking disgusting. No.
Oh yeah, this Edie it hits.
Oh, I guess I can kind of try to justify him liking the wound by saying that he's a half vampire and thus he can probably heal it. But that's still disgusting.
We do have an after credit scene, I believe, for this episode. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
I'm actually surprised that you thought about that one first.
Please do it. Go for it. Go bold.
That's probably the one thing that would make Kiwi like Hanekawa.
Bold Kawa needed. A petition for Bold Kawa needs to be signed.
Love how it calls back to the scales, which we get at the end of Senjogaharu's arc in Bake.
Wait, there will also be no Shinobu this arc. Bullshit.
What do you mean? Shinobu is with Oshino around this time.
Yeah, but she won't be speaking as much. Yeah.
Alright, so this episode, in the beginning we get this little scene between Araragi and his sister with a very interesting conversation where Araragi is thinking that he actually is in love with Hanekawa. I mean, it's pretty clear who H-san is. But Tsukihi, kind of convinces him that he's not in love with her.
I mean, yeah, he's not in love with Hanekawa. If he were, they would probably already be together.
Yeah, exactly. And I find that kind of interesting that imagine if Tsukihi didn't kind of convince Araragi away from it. Like, how different would Monogatari be?
I mean, I think it would be different in a way that we would probably have a relationship between Hanekawa and Araragi that would only be one-sided by Hanekawa. Because in my mind, Hanekawa's and Araragi's relationship is kind of not dependent or anything, but it's like a really good friendship with one-sided love mixed into it. I don't think that Hanekawa is actually still in love with Araragi. I think it's more so admiration for Araragi rather than just being straight out love, because Araragi likes her not in a romantic way because she was with him during Kizu and she was there to support him, and Hanekawa likes Araragi because she used to like him romantically because he was there for her during the whole family debacle and like her whole thing about turning into a cat and stuff. Later on, she kind of moves on from him because he starts to date Senjugo Hara and she sees like how he can be kind to others and not just to her. That's how I took their relationship. It's kind of like codependent rather than it being romantic. Even though like Kizu was really shippy with the two, it still didn't feel as romantic after watching all of the the sisters arcs and stuff.
Why are you referencing the sisters arcs? Are you saying that the sisters were more romantic with their Oni-chan?
No, in Nise's, Hanekawa shows up like in their house and stuff, and it doesn't feel like they're trying to make us ship the two of them. It feels more like, oh yeah, Hanekawa has moved on to the point where she can be in the same space as Araragi. Like she has moved on from this love and accepted kind of that Araragi ended up with a different girl and not her. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I do want to point out though that technically Hanekawa's little situation hasn't been fully resolved. But we know that she has kind of developed as a character from, obviously she cut her hair to showcase that.
I'm not saying that like it ended, but she has grown from what happened to her, like every person would. Even if it hasn't been resolved, she has grown from it, and thus she will probably deal with the certain situations differently. Like I'm assuming that Kuro, this will be her past, and Xero will be like what happens later. So in Kuro, they will show us what happened during the Golden Week, after Kizu, and during Xero, they'll show us what happens after the Nise Monogatari. That's what I'm assuming how it will go, but I'm not 100% sure.
All right. Well, I'm obviously not going to confirm or deny any of that.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to share, Cerby?
So, other than all of the just general extreme horniness of the episode, it's an interesting, like, a deep dive into, like, understanding one's own feelings. It also seems like you said, the Tsukihi, how she kind of helped guide his thought process and how kind of the way people around you can actually influence your own feelings is interesting too.
We didn't get a clear definition of what it really means to love somebody. Like when like becomes love and something like that. It's just sort of you just kind of feel it sort of thing. And that's kind of different for everybody.
Yeah, I think that it comes down to the person, what the person sees as love. Like someone else, if you say, oh, I like that this person is with me, that's love for me, then like for someone else that would just be like.
Yeah, I just enjoy their company. They're a good friend to have.
That could be love. But for someone else, that could just be like or something. It comes down to what the person sees as love and what they see as is like.
Also, quick side note. Just describing the scene in case, I don't actually get a screenshot. Oh, editor Xero will probably do it, but is this like a Noragami sort of reference thing?
Yes,
I don't
that's
know.
what my thought was. When did this come out? It was after
like,
Noragami.
Was Noragami referencing this, or was this referencing Noragami?
Or maybe it was a Noragami reference. Noragami had a
Yato going into
Yeah.
Season 1 came out in 2014, like January 2014. No, Nekomonogatari Kuro came out first in 2012. So it's just a coincidence.
So that means that Noragami was referencing Monogatari. What are you? Oh,
Maybe.
Okay.
Or
Maybe.
it's probably just coincidence.
Now please
could be.
explain. Now please explain the socially awkward person what happened in this scene because I can't understand it.
All right. So we're just gonna get a quick rewatch of the scene, and Editor Zero will skip to when he starts explaining it. But yeah, we'll just rewatch it a bit. Yeah. Okay. So here you clearly see that Araragi notices that there's something wrong. Because
she's
Hanekawa has bandaged,
she's-
and yeah, she's acting kind of weird.
Yeah, she's acting way too cheerful and talking in a way that she wouldn't.
When you can see that she goes from extremely like melancholy to like putting on a cheerful face.
And also we get this camera angle that clearly separates them, as if they were in two different worlds, on a completely different side. And then splash screen,
Failure,
Yep.
which means that she
Closes.
noticed that she failed.
Yeah, she failed in her deception, and she realized that she had a huge bandage on the side of her face, so obviously he would notice that something is wrong. She turns away to hide it, but it's too late. She becomes frantic, tries to explain. And
Okay,
then
now I
Araragi
understand it. He just
flips her skirt.
he decides to distract her, and end the panic by lifting her skirt. Okay, it's kind of like those stupid moments in manga where a guy just frantically kisses a girl without her consent to shut her up. It's the same level. It's just Araragi-fied.
She realizes what
Okay,
he
yeah.
was trying to do, and
Yeah, I know.
after
I
stopping
understand.
him, she thanks him, which to other people might seem kind of weird if you didn't read in between the lines, but I do
Yeah,
like
it
this
was
little
happening.
interaction.
Okay, it was
I mean,
happening
it's a
really
little weird
quickly.
even if you read between the lines. But
I mean, yeah, it's weird, but it's the Araragi way. That's always how he's been. How should I put this? He acts dumb, but he's not dumb, is the thing.
yes,
He knows when things are wrong, but he will do them anyways. If
Araragi's actually really good at reading a room.
yes, but he acts like he doesn't know how to read a room.
Mhm.
And that's a good thing, and is also kind of the thing that creates the most problems for Araragi in pretty much every season. So he's basically the guy that acts like the fool. Eventually, he'll probably have to grow from this. Not really sure how his character will develop from here, though. Well, I am sure, because I've watched the entire series multiple times, but I'm just saying this for the commentary.
Are you lying to our viewers?
I'm
He's
sorry,
lying to
viewers.
us, Cerby. He's lying to us.
Being a little rehash of the scene that we did see in Monogatari, but like that was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
a shortened version of this.
No matter how much I dislike Hanekawa, I still remember her important character points, such as her being not related to her current parents, and that her daddy
really
likes
weird.
to play box with her face.
It shows that she justifies her own violence that's done towards her.
Yeah.
Anybody would kind of find this a little revolting.
Mhm.
It's always
I-
kind of
I
sad to see
didn't-
this
I
happen,
didn't-
even in real life.
I-
It's
I
very
didn't
common.
find it revolting. I found it. I got angry. Even if I
Yeah.
don't like Hanekawa, I really dislike it when the victims decide to kind of reject the idea of them being in danger, trying to justify the whole situation just to keep themselves in kind of like calm and everything. I that makes me angry, because for them to be able to justify the person that's injuring them, they have to bring themselves down to like a level of an object. Why do you do it? They're the disgusting one, not you. I wanted Araragi to really get angry at her and kind of like not yell at her, but tell her, what the fuck are you talking about? And despite her begging him go to the police, but I'm kind of glad that Araragi didn't do that. I just wish that he didn't do what he did later.
This kind of ties back into something that Cerby was talking about at the end of Kizu, like the reasons why she didn't really like Hanekawa's character. I kind of forget exactly what you said, but I think it was something about like Hanekawa just giving off this unpleasant feeling. She's not really being genuine.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. If you guys watch our Kizu reactions, then you'll probably remember that, but it's been quite a while for us. Here again is Araragi just kind of acting in a way that, like, he knows how serious the situation is, but he's trying to break the mood by just acting like the fool. completely forgetting his own name, from forgetting the entire situation, and just acting like a horny little teenage kid.
Yeah, I can't say that I liked that kind of way of going about it. Like, I wouldn't like it if he decided to act like a hero and go to beat up her dad or whatever. But I didn't like that he didn't really take the situation all that seriously.
As you said, it's the Araragi way.
Or like blackmailing her. He basically did blackmail her by letting him lick her wound. Even though it was to heal her, it still doesn't sit well with me. I really didn't like that.
Later on, he clarifies that he didn't have the balls to do that, so he just pricked his finger and put a little of his blood onto her wound.
Yeah, but still, I really didn't like it, okay?
I'm not denying that you shouldn't like this, but...
I mean, I guess it goes back to like the idea of how Monogatari handles fan service and like the whole thing about them kind of getting closer. Oh, she opened up to him, and thus we'll have this uncomfortable scene for our audience to sit through because they're getting closer. I can't say I like
it's episodes like this where it's like it feels obvious that I'm not the target audience.
Oh, gee whiz, I wonder why.
Do you want to tell me that you don't like boys in your free time? I'm sorry.
Despite this, I can confirm that Monogatari has something for everybody. It's very relatable. Whether you like guys or girls, alright. That's kind of irrelevant in the grand scheme of things, but yes, of course, this is just the way that Monogatari is told, this is the way that Aragi's character is, and we just have to wait and see how this goes, you know? There's still 3 more episodes for Neko Kuro.
No,
I was gonna say, like, I just am not a huge fan of, like, overly horny, like, scenes in anime. And then I remember that I'm making you guys watch punchlines at the same time.
So, yeah, you're just... These statements don't make sense.
I just want.
I don't like it in Punchline either, but it feels less uncomfortable in Punchline.
I just want to say that despite me really disliking Hanekawa, I actually kind of really like this episode.
Whoa.
Everything but the leaking part.
Why?
Everything but the leaking part.
Alright, explain, why do you like this particular episode?
I mean, it gives me a lot of, like, to see about the character that I really dislike.
Well, you're a masochist.
I am sorry. I mean, I haven't seen any of Nadeko in such a long time. I'm desperate for some characters, okay? And then there's Hanekawa, a vulnerable thing that I can theorize about. I'm depressed. Wait, I'm frustrated, like Araragi says.
Well, I mean, you always are sexually frustrated, but that's kind of besides the point.
Not sexual.
You can't deny that.
I think you are.
No. Simply because I read this one mainly booby manga does not mean I'm sexually frustrated. It just means I have hate.
Wait, you kind of like anime where it's more focused on like characters and like their development, don't you? Kind of like slow shows like that. So this is basically that episode, except just a little horny.
Yeah.
That's why it's not my favorite episode, because I tend to like ones that are more focused on like overarching story and like world and stuff. And I'm less into like character focus.
All right. That's completely fair. I think Cerby would like Neko Shiro a lot more because that's kind of the way that art plays out. Whereas Neko Kuro is here for us to discover really what's working behind like Hanekawa's brain, like what her motivations are.
I mean, I can appreciate
how she is.
Yeah, but it's not usually what I gravitate towards.
I'm so overthinking and stuff that I like to read into stuff that I shouldn't read into. That's why I love character-focused shows, because I can overthink without anxiety.
Well, don't die from emotional damage, alright?
Oh no, I won't get connected to my Hanekawa. That will never happen.
Actually,
I really need, if he does, just a flashback to this.
Yes, I'm actually going to write this down. Like, at the end of Neko Shiro, if Kiwi gets emotionally attached to Hanekawa, I am going to flash back to the scene. Mark my words, viewers. Leave a comment down below whether you think that's going to happen or not.
If I cry or show any emotional attachment, come back to this clip.
Alright, well, I guess that's a great clip to end on then. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. Later, dudes.
Bye bye.
My mouse is dead. Why is my mouse dead?
Like and subscribe!